All right, so how many of you are ready to learn how to increase your intention by 25%, your retention? Raise your hand. Very good, very good. Okay, let me ask you this. How many of you want to learn today how to increase the effectiveness of your staff and your faculty? Very good. Last question. How many of you are ready to learn to increase your power and impact your bottom line? Raise your hand. Very good. Very good. So, I'd like to welcome you to this workshop because you are in the right place at the right time to get this answered for yourself. Now, before I start, I just want to let you know I've only been given a certain amount of time to do this, so I'm going to hold all questions to the end, okay? And holding the questions, I'm going to get some good questions, but I got a lot of information that I want to get to you all today, and I only have like about an hour to do that, okay? So let me tell you a little bit about myself before we get into it. My name is Arik, A''Ric, Jackson, like Eric, but Arik. My mom and a Korean nurse had a lot of fun. I was born and raised in a small town called Dixmoor, Illinois, about 20 minutes outside of Chicago. One of those real small towns where literally if you drive through, if you take one breath, you're in and out of it just that quick. So yeah, that's where I grew up. I grew up in a single parent home. My mom, she was on welfare at the time, and I remember growing up always having a zeal for life and wanting to get into things. And one of the things that I did realize is I love working with people. And I took on going to get involved in extracurricular activities, but because of my mom's finances at the time, I couldn't. And because of that, I wasn't able to do a lot of the activities that a lot of the other, some of my neighbors were able to do. And they were involved in like theater and plays and all of that, and I didn't get a chance to do that. When I was young, I decided at that time, when I get older, I'm going to make sure that anyone who has a passion to do something, that they'll do it. And that's exactly why I'm here right now. So I started off very young, and I started off not having a lot. And you may be wondering, okay, so why are you standing in front of me? It's a good question. I want you to know that it wasn't like I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I did learn some techniques that had me be able to stand in front of you today. I did learn some techniques in listening and communication that had me be able to attract clients that I have, to work with clients to go from 1 year minus $5,000 in the red to the next year $32,000 net profit, to go from having 3 clients a year to 33 in a year. And that is what this workshop is all about, listening in a way that can impact your bottom line. So there's several different ways that you can look at this workshop. And one of the things, there's 3 things. We're going to distinguish what listening is. That's going to be the first thing that we do. And then the next thing we're going to do is discuss the types of listeners. Yeah, there's types of listeners, okay? And then we're going to talk about how you can shift your listening such that it has an impact on your bottom line. How many of you are interested in increasing the funds at your school? How many of you are interested in having more students come and stay at your school? Very good. So, first things first, what is listening? Now, in asking that question, it may look like listening is, hearing somebody talk. Listening is body language. Listening is, staring at them in their face, making them think I'm looking at them, but in the meantime, I'm really thinking about where I'm going to go eat. Yeah? Listening can be any of that, right? So I want you to do an exercise with you. And the exercise that I actually want to do with you, I want you to get present to the voice. I want you to consider that the very time you think that you're listening, you're not. It's not you listening, but what you're really listening to is the voice that's going on in your head. And that voice that's going on inside of your head is actually having the conversation with the other person and not you.
I think I walked away with some enhanced skills. So I'm looking forward to going back to my institution and sharing how to listen the HE double hockey sticks out of them to improve our retention.